Hi everyone, my name is EnRico and I'm a health coach at the Palace for Life Foundation. Welcome back to another virtual session. These sessions are all about improving family lifestyle, so it's important that both the parents and children are engaging in the sessions. Today's session is going to cover physical activity and sedentary behaviors. The aims of this session are to educate both parents and children about what sedentary behaviors are, how to change them, and how to incorporate physical activity into our everyday lives. Let's go ahead and get started. So, what is sedentary behavior? Sedentary behavior can be described as activities in which we lay or sit down for extended periods of time. Some forms of this can't be avoided, such as socializing with friends and family or reading a book. However, other forms of sedentary behavior should be reduced. Examples of this could be watching TV, playing video games, or cell phone use. We can call this screen time. Screen time should be reduced to about 2 hours per day. It's important for kids to get at least 60 minutes of exercise a day. We'll talk more about physical activity in the second half of today's video. But for now, let's take a closer look at the risks of sedentary behavior. Did you know that 70% of boys and 84% of girls age 11 participate in too much sedentary behavior? It's important to avoid this because too much sedentary behavior is linked to poor health and a decreased mood. Our bones can weaken, we can lose muscle strength, and we can gain weight at a quicker rate due to a lack of activity. What are some ways we can break up sedentary behaviors? We could go for a walk around the house or garden during an advert. We could do activities standing instead of sitting. And we can also plan out family activity time. Okay, healthy eagles. Now that we've covered sedentary behaviors, we can start to look at physical activity. But first, make sure you complete the activities in your logbooks. We have a crossword puzzle as well as a word scramble. It's also important that you set your family goal for the sedentary behaviors topic. Remember, it needs to be specific, measurable, attainable, relatable, and time sensitive. Let's go ahead and get started with physical activity. We participate in physical activity when we perform actions that require effort. So when we exercise or play sport, we are engaging in physical activity. Physical activity is important for children in order to develop strong bones and muscles. For adults, physical activity is important as we get older so that our bodies maintain function. Generally, physical activity helps us sleep better, reduces stress, boosts confidence, and helps our immune system. Children and young adults aged 5 to 18 should partake in 60 minutes of physical activity every day. 3 of these days should be spent doing activities that increase bone and muscle strength. Adults should engage in 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise or 75 minutes of vigorous intensity exercise. A good way to tell the difference between the two is if you can hold a conversation while doing the activity. If you can, it's considered moderate. If you can't, it's considered vigorous. Let's go outside and look at a few ways we can engage in physical activity. You could even go for a small walk in the park. You could also do squats. Or even push-ups. could also go for a jog. You could even go outside and play football. You could go outside for a bike ride. Well, that concludes another Healthy Eagles virtual session. Today we learned a lot about sedentary behaviors and how to change them, as well as how to become more physically active. Be sure to complete the activities we have listed for you in your logbook. We've provided a word search, as well as a game of Simon Says. Afterwards, try and think of a creative family goal. Remember, it needs to be specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time sensitive. Make sure you turn in your completed logbooks to the email address listed below. Thanks. I'm EnRico from the Palace for Life Foundation. Have a good one. Until the next time.